Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. It's been a big week in the Disney Dreamlight Valley community in terms of news drops about the future of the game, and I noticed that many members of the community were surprised to find out that Dreamlight Valley was getting paid expansion passes. Since this was something that was made public before I even picked up the game, this definitely surprised me, but I realized that while this information was available on the official Dreamlight Valley website from the beginning of early access, if not before, a lot of people didn't know it existed because you definitely had to dig a bit to find it. So today, we're going to take a look at some of the FAQs on the Disney Dreamlight Valley website that were recently added or amended that I think are really important in understanding Gameloft's current plans for the future of the game, specifically regarding the game being a paid title now, the game's full release, and free and paid content moving forwards. So let's get right on into it. All of these posts were updated 3 days ago at the time of me recording this video, so consistent time-wise to when we received the announcement about the full release of the game staying paid, and the expansion pass A Rift in Time going on sale on December 5th. The first one is, I already purchased a Founders Pack. Will I be able to get the exclusive items included in the launch editions? And the answer here is, as a thank you to our community, any unique cosmetic items included in the Gold Edition will be given to any player who purchases and claims a Founders Pack in-game before December 5th, 2023, no matter the tier, and including Xbox Game Pass members. Additionally, all founders will also receive 2,500 Moonstones to celebrate this exciting launch. All of these gifts will be delivered via in-game mail, and we will have more to share about claim timing soon. So if you are currently playing the game, that means you will automatically receive all of the cosmetic items included in the Gold Edition. The Summery Flower Cottage, the Summery Flower Capybara, and the artist's overall costume, I believe is what they're called. I definitely had a few members of the community asking me if Game Pass players were going to be included in this, and based on these FAQs, it looks like the answer is yes. One thing that I think is important to note in this answer, though, is that it states that you have to purchase and claim a Founders Pack in-game before December 5th. Claiming the Founders Pack happens when you open your game, go through the intro sequence, and go to your mailbox to get the items from the Founders Pack into your in-game inventory. So that means if you are planning on buying someone a Founders Pack for a birthday or for Christmas later in December, if they don't redeem the Founders Pack before December 5th, it seems like they will not automatically get the Gold Edition rewards. I'm interested to know about the claim timing here, but hopefully the showcase live stream on November 1st will have more information about this for us. Let's move on to the next question. Will the Founders Pack content that I buy today be available when the game leaves early access, and will it be available on all platforms? So the answer here was yes. Once purchased, the Founders Pack Edition cosmetic items will be available in-game during early access and remain accessible as long as they are claimed before December 5th, 2023. Please note, items currently available in the Founders Packs will not be available for purchase once the game leaves early access. The game and the Founders Pack Edition cosmetic items is cross-save compatible on all platforms except for PlayStation consoles, meaning that you will be able to access your purchased content on all platforms except PlayStation consoles. So again, they're really emphasizing that all rewards need to be claimed before December 5th, 2023. I can't guarantee that if you try to claim the items after December 5th, they just won't be available for you anymore if you already bought a Founders Pack, but that is what this seems to imply. So if you're planning on buying a Founders Pack, make sure you go into your game before December 5th and claim those items from your in-game mailbox. The team here is also reiterating that the Founders Pack's exclusives are not going to be available at all after early access. That means we're not going to expect to see them in Star Paths, we're not going to expect to see them in the premium shop, and there's probably not going to be any way to get them in the future. So if there are any of the cosmetics that you had your eyes on from the deluxe edition Edition or the Ultimate Edition Founders Packs, you'll have to purchase and claim one of those before December 5th to have access to those items in-game. The bit about the cross-save compatible section is a little bit confusing. If you buy a Founders Pack on PlayStation, you will be able to redeem those cosmetics on PlayStation. However, if you buy a Founders Pack on any other platform, you will not be able to access those cosmetics or your save on a PlayStation console. Let's move on to the next question. I bought the Founders Pack edition on one platform, but now I'd like to play on another too. What should I do? Disney Dreamlight Valley supports cross-progression. In order to enjoy this feature, you need to purchase a Founders Pack edition for each platform you'd like to play on, with the exception of playing across PS4 and PS5. Cross-progression will continue to be supported in this manner when Disney Dreamlight Valley leaves early access on December 5th, 2023. Now, this was a big question among the community, and one of the biggest gripes that I think a lot of people had with the game remaining a paid game. While you can cross-progress or play on different platforms with the same cloud save, with the exception of the PlayStation platforms, since the game is remaining paid, you will need to purchase the game for each platform you intend to play on if you want to play on more than one. Now we're going to move into some questions about monetization of the game and which content is going to be paid and which content is going to be free. So the first question is, will other Disney and Pixar characters eventually be sold separately? During the early access period, we have released a number of expansive updates, adding new characters and story content for no additional cost. When the game leaves early access on December 5th, 2023, we will continue adding new characters and story content for free on a regular basis. After early access, we have plans to add paid expansions that will add significant content to the game. These optional expansions will add new content, including characters, to the base game. So we are going to continue to see free updates regularly in Dreamlight Valley, and characters will be included in the free updates, as will story content. However, much like the A Rift in Time expansion seems to include Gaston, Eve, and Rapunzel as paid characters, we can expect to see more expansions in the future that also have new content and characters locked behind them. Now, this doesn't specify what kind of story content we're going to be getting for free. We should be moving into Act 2 of the story, and at this point, it's still up in the air as to whether Act 2 is what's contained in A Rift in Time, or whether Act 2 is going to be part of the free updates that we continue to get. Hopefully, November 1st will have some clarification for us, but we do also have a couple other FAQs that provide a little bit more of a framework. The next one is, what other ways are there to spend real money in Disney Dreamlight Valley? We intend for in-game monetization in Disney Dreamlight Valley to continue to be optional, offering new ways to customize and experience the game on top of the full featured core game. In the future, we will offer optional paid expansions that bring significant amounts of new content to the game, expanding upon the existing full base game experience. After early access, we plan to continue supporting players who actively participate in their valley regularly with free moonstones through dream snaps and chests. So the reference here to the full featured core game makes me think that they consider the full featured core game and gameplay to be what we currently have in Dreamlight Valley, which is what we're going to be given or what's going to be offered as the full release of the game when full release happens on December 5th. Expansions that offer new content that expand upon the full base game experience could mean a number of things. I know we saw that we're getting a new Royal Tool on the roadmap that was shared earlier this year, and we see what seems to be the new Royal Tool on the key art for the A Rift in Time expansion. Based on this question and the way that it's phrased, it does seem like it's possible that this new Royal Tool could be locked behind this paid expansion, and it's possible that we'll also get other gameplay options in the future that are also parts of expansions, if they're not considered part of the full featured core game, which is what's presented as a base in the version of the game that's provided for full release. Again, I am really hoping that the showcase on November 1st provides more information, because a lot of these answers have information that you can extrapolate, you can kind of infer what's being discussed, but they're not the most straightforward, which can make it very difficult for the community to know exactly what's being stated. What is being stated is that we will continue to get free moonstones through Dream Snaps and through the chests that we find around our valley, which is wonderful. I know Dream Snaps has made the premium shop a lot more accessible for a lot of players, so I'm very happy to see that. The last question that we have to look at is, will there be any paywalls, microtransactions, real-time timers, or energy systems that I can spend real money on to accelerate? The answer to this question is that Disney Dreamlight Valley will not monetize any core gameplay mechanics, so we see that phrase again. There are no paywalls and no pay-to-win mechanics. This seems like it's implying to the core gameplay mechanics that they're talking about. Cosmetic items that are not tied to the game progression are available for purchase with moonstones. However, moonstones can be earned for free in the game without needing to purchase additional moonstones with real money. If interested, players have the option to purchase additional moonstones with real money. After leaving early access, we will offer optional paid story expansions that bring significant amounts of new content to the game, building upon the existing full base game experience with the new story arcs, gameplay mechanics, and content to discover. So this last paragraph in particular is what has me slightly skeptical about what it could mean for the game in the future. This is the first time I believe that we've seen the expansion packs or expansion passes called story expansions. Previously, before these FAQs were updated with the information about full release, it stated very clearly that the main story would never be behind any paywalls and that there would be additional content that was available for purchase in expansions once the game went into full release. Talking about story expansions that build upon the existing full base game experience could very well mean supplementary stories that branch off of the main story and are not necessary to understand or play through a main story experience that we could still be getting in free updates. However, these new story arcs and this new content could potentially also mean that this main story is going to continue to be explored in these story expansions. This, unfortunately, is something that I think we need a lot more clarity about, and hopefully we'll be receiving that clarity on November 1st when the showcase for the future of Dreamlight Valley is streamed. I'm definitely going to be streaming that showcase and my reaction to it right here on YouTube, so we can experience all of the news together and talk about it right away without any gaps or any hesitation. So I hope to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content, and press the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos or when I go live playing Disney Dreamlight Valley or streaming the showcase on Wednesday, November 1st. Definitely let me know what you think about these FAQs. As always, thank you to our channel members. I appreciate you all so much, and your support of me and the channel truly means the world to me. And to our Gilded Lily tier channel members, Kitty and Prib, you two are absolute rock stars. Thank you for all of the additional support and generosity, and for everything that you do for the community. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all soon.